Good day, I'm Teacher Krista and I'm here to discuss to you about the generative syntax. So let's start with the prescriptive and the descriptive rule. Prescriptive rule. It is how language should and should not be used rather than describing the ways in which a language is actually used. There are various different examples that one could give in English for what are considered rules of this kind. A famous one is the rule that says that you shouldn't split infinitives. Example number one, we are to go quickly into store as opposed to we are to quickly go into the store. The second example, you are making less money than I am, as opposed to you are making fewer money than I am. A prescriptive grammarian would give is that what speakers how when they know the syntax of their language and that they know what rules they should follow in order to produce good sentences. That is to say, they know the rules of good grammar. On constituency, it is an identifiable subpart of sentence. It can be a single word or a group of words that function as a unit, and most constituents are called phrases. It shows how sentences are more than just strings of words. Words from groups, and these groups of words can form larger groups. These groupings are called constituents. For example, Edward grows tomatoes as large as grapefruit. The constituents part are the subject that would be Edward, and the predicate grows tomatoes. So another constituent is the grapefruit, a noun phrase that modifies the noun of the predicate. So what we see from this is that the rules of syntax are sensitive to the structure of sentences, whereby structure we mean that words from the groups that are typically called in the syntactic literature constituents. So it's important to realize that constituents in a sentence can themselves contain smaller constituents. Constituent recursion. It shows how constituents can contain constituents of the same type. A fundamental property of human language is that they allow their sentences to exhibit something called recursion. A constituent containing a constituents of the same type. Example, the gun was on the table near the window in the bedroom. The rule that creates a proportional phrase can be repeated over and over again. And that's what we already saw, that sentences are made up of constituents that themselves can contain smaller constituents. The crucial point that makes syntax recursive is that constituents can be of different types and that a constituent can contain another constituent of the same type. So I think that will be all. I hope you learned something in my video. Thank you.